Let us look at the concept of Ubuntu in the context of human behavior or psychology. At the core of human behavior is the metric that is optimized. For Freudian psychology, the metric is sexual gratification. The actions that a person takes are to maximize sexual pleasure. For existential psychology, the metric is longevity or survival. In modern society, where one's survival and sexual pleasure is not put at risk on a daily basis, the metric becomes an economic one. The most common economic metric is the capitalistic metric of short-term profit, that is, exploitation of others. There is also the socialistic metric of sustainable revenue, that is, social good. Society has defaulted to the former, the capitalistic metric, because it has the control mechanism, the dissipation built into it, where if one chooses the socialistic metric, the control mechanism must be explicitly added. The control of the collective system without resistivity is very difficult. In fact, has only recently been made possible by the development of generative artificial intelligence, using the concepts of ponderomotive control. The psychological equivalent of this is mindfulness and the use of stimulants to treat ADHD. It should be noted that the capitalistic metric is the psychology of oppression, depression, gloom, that is gloom, darkness, secrecy, sadism, and mendaciousness, where the socialistic metric is the psychology of freedom, joy, enlightenment, transparency, altruism, and openness. Isn't this the reason for the epidemic of depression in capitalistic societies? The socialistic psychology is exemplified by the African spirit of Ubuntu, where the interconnectedness of society is recognized, so that what is good for another is good for you. It is a win-win, an optimistic approach to life. As Nelson Mandela explains, it is not that one does not think of oneself, but one thinks of what one does for others as one does for oneself. This is in contrast to capitalistic psychology, where one only thinks of oneself. Life is a depressive zero-sum game. What is bad for another is good for oneself. It denies the interconnectedness of society, that what is bad for another is actually bad for oneself, too. This also has an application to sports psychology. The spirit of Ubuntu also needs to be recognized in sport. It is the Brazilian beautiful game. One's opponent's quality play raises the quality of one's play. During the final of the 2023 World Cup between Argentina and France, the play of Mbappe elevated the play of Messi and vice versa. Even though Argentina won the match, Mbappe should have shared in the joy of the quality of the soccer. He was as responsible for the quality of the match as Messi. The same was true of the 2024 Tour de France Femme. Although Kasia Niewiadoma won the race by 4 seconds, the performance of Demi Vollering, who came in second, was as responsible for the quality of the competition as the performance of Kasia. Demi should also have shared in the joy of the quality of the bicycle race.